Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Calibria Crystal Guardians. Today's episode, I'm going to be doing Hydra 10. Yeah, Hydra 10. But first, I'm going to go over a few details about the monster. Because, it's pretty crazy. It's not easy, and in all honesty, I'm not going to recommend this for any new player. Personally, I'm going to say farm Colossus, get the Colossus as high as you can, farm it till you get decent runes, then go over to Leviathan, farm as high as you can till you get some good decent runes, and then go to the Hydra. So this is just a pre-warning. Do not go for Hydra first until you at least have decent runes, because this is not an easy dungeon to do. So with that being said, these are the current 10 or so, what is it? 15 top units that are in this. Some of them are better than others. Some of them, I'm not even entirely sure why people are using it, but okay. Like Elven Queen, not very good for this at all. Like, not at all. Asura, he's okay to help do more damage, but he's really just tanky bruiser that's just going to be there just to help push your team through, just because he can take a lot of damage. But the key to this dungeon is doing multi-hits. That is the key. For this dungeon, you can get Destruction, Desperation, Drain, Frenzy, Immunity, and Ravage runes. I'm only going to do a quick little showcase on what I use to beat floor 10, and this is not going to be, by any stretch, an easy, free-to-play team. I'm going to just go over what I use, and then I'm just going to give a few units that I would recommend trying to look into, and why. I'm not entirely sure how this team will handle doing floor 12 tomorrow when it's dropped. I'm going to have to play around, tinker, and we'll see how things go. Not sure if I'll be able to get a floor 12 Hydra team immediately, but I'll look at the other dungeons first. So, first off, I've got Arcanist. She's probably the best damage unit for Hydra in the game, period. First skill, multi-hit. Second skill, multi-hit. And she has passive that increases damage. This is the skill set you're going to want to use against the Hydra. This is going to probably be the top unit for damage. Once this is buffed, skilled up. Once this is skilled up, all this. This dungeon is 100% about multi-hit. And I'm going to show you why in a minute, but first I'm just going to show you the units that I think. Another Arcanist. I use 2 Arcanists, Shaman, Succubus, and Holy Cleric. I do have Voodoo Curse, but in all honesty, I think it's going to be best if I switch it over to something else. It doesn't really matter which. Resets cooldown. I guess I'll just use that. It doesn't really matter. He's mainly there just as a multi-hit attack break, defense break. That's the big thing for Shaman. He's really not used for Voodoo Curse in this dungeon anymore. He is used for multi-hit and attack break, defense break. He can be swapped out pretty easily. She's pretty much the same way. Multi-hit, HP break, attack buff, defense break. Yet again, nothing special. You can replace her. She's very viable because of her multi-hits, but not necessary. Holy Cleric, she is going to probably be the best free-to-play, easy-to-get unit. I wish mine was fully skilled up, but I guess I've been feeding her all the time. I just built her today. Just built her. That's why I don't have any Callionite, because I built her threw some runes on her. She's not runed super, super well. She's runed okay with speed, HP. Not amazing runes at all. But you can build her with more attack. You can build her just in general better. She's just the best free to play unit. So the key for her is that she does multi-hit, does damage. The stripping buff doesn't matter at all. She has an AoE heal and attack buff. That is very, very handy. And then she heals one ally. Not the best skill, but her other skill is kind of completely useless in this one. So you just want, this is the build you're going to want for Hydra. For these units, like I said, the key is multi-hit. I'm probably going to have to switch things around. I'm going to have to probably take out Succubus, to be entirely honest, because I don't think she's going to do me good. Yeah, see, just evolved her. So the units that I think are going to be great for this dungeon is going to be the Elven Archer is going to be pretty good because she does multi-hit. So each one of these is going to be great. Just make sure that you use multi-hit skills, and I'm going to show you when we go to the dungeon why. But she's going to be pretty good for attack damage dealer. If I remember correctly, yeah, no, this guy would not be very good. His basic attack is decent for multi-hit, but then after that, it's not good. Not good. You want to look for units with a basic skill. Their first skill attacks more than one time. That is what makes them good. This guy is usually pretty good for this because of the way his skills are. He does attack more than once. If he does a critical hit, he does attack again. So if you build him with a good enough crit rate and you put him on the right skill set, he's actually really good for this. You can put like attack buff and crit rate buff on himself, but I would do the passive and Fatal Blade. Yeah, attack 3 times, attack at least 2 times, and a passive that increases his damage. He's going to be really good if you rune him right for this. So he's going to be probably the best free-to-play attacker, period, for this. So I would definitely look into building him. This guy, yeah, no. She's a single target damage. Yeah, not good. No. He has potential, but not great potential. Just because it's only a default skill that does multi-hit. So, yeah, not amazing. Again, she's great. He is decent, but not amazing because his default is only a 1-hit. So whenever floor 12 comes out, he's probably not going to be the top dog. He's going to be good. He's going to be good for this, but he's not the best. Dragoon is pretty good for this because default skill 3 attacks, second skill 5 attacks, and then a passive that heals. All of which are very, very, very good. Like I said earlier, she's not great because her default only hits 1 time. And Celine, again, not very good because default 1 hit. So those are the lawful. For chaotic, I don't even remember any really good units for this. Like, I don't think any of these are actually going to be very good for this. Because none of them are multi-hit. So for this guy, he's potential. I mean, he's going to be an RNG like craziness, but he does have multi-hit, so he could be good for this. So if you want, you can build him. He has potential here. Stuff like she is also a good attacker. First skill, 3 attacks. Second skill, 6 attacks. Do not use this one for this. Don't bother with the charm. You could do transplant, or you could do the secret guardian. You should do secret guardian for this dungeon if you plan on building her for this or using her at all. Not a good unit for it. The first dungeon where Medusa is not good. So yeah, Medusa is not good for this dungeon at all. I mean, you could try using her, but you're gonna regret it. Again, not a multi-hit first skill, completely useless. Like I said, he's pretty good for it. Popo is actually pretty good for this. You use the passive, you use the Jade Zen, because then this, gives it makes him counterattack constantly, and his default attacks 3 times. Granted, that's all he does. Like that's all he does is he just poisons. But this or bleed, sorry. But this boss does not get bled. So completely useless. Now Noctura, she's a good bad unit. She's good and she's bad at the same time. Because her default does not do multi-hit, but it does hit hard with a drain effect. Her second, multi-hit, which is good. So if you speed run, she's good. Without speed run, she's not so good. I don't believe the Garuda is going to be good for this, to be entirely honest, because default doesn't it's a single target, kind of, but in all honesty, I don't think Garuda is going to be too great here. And over here, we got, I don't think most of these are going to be too hot for this. Yeah, you got most of these aren't going to be good at all. So the next one, yeah, no. The only good ones possibly could be Demonic Swordsman. He could be pretty decent for this. Ogre has some potential, but not amazing, just because he has the multicast. So he could technically hit more than once. Pharaoh, potential because default skill is a multi-hit, and it gives a shield to the lowest HP on your team, which can be really, really handy. So you could do it like that, but the problem is his second skill is not a multi-hit. So honestly, he's not great. He's not terrible. You could use him, but there's probably better. She's not going to be great because her default is a single hit, but she could help you get to the boss quickly, and she does have some multi-hits, so she could be good because she does have a bunch of multi-hits. Lich, not good at all. Not good. I already went over her. She's not going to be very good for this. She can do a whole lot of damage, so she could be good in that to get you up to the boss, but not so good. He's not good for this at all. He's garbage for this. And he has potential. He may only do 1 hit, but he has this, which is a drain effect, or the extra damage attack. While his second, undead slashing attacks 3 times and ignores defense and defense breaks. So he does have a good passive that pairs along with other units to get a speed run. So he could be good for speed runs, but not so great otherwise. For light darks, you have Boxer Mui. I don't know. You can use her. She's pretty good for this. Bad. If I remember correctly, yeah, 1 hit. I've seen a lot of people try to use her, but they also run into issues because she doesn't work very well, and her cooldowns are super long. So honestly, I wouldn't use her. So don't bother really much with her. Not a multi-hit default skill, so meh. Again, not a multi-hit default skill, meh. He's decent because of the attack buff, defense break, and counter. That's where he's going to shine. So he's going to shine just because of his counter skill. So, he could be alright. Zeus, not so much. Not terrible, because he does have some multi-hits, but he's not too great. Now, she is very powerful. Eve is an amazing unit for Hydra, just because of how much sheer damage she can put out. So she may not be multi-hit, but she does a ton of damage. So if you want to get just a speedier team, she's going to be great for it. Odin, I can see him doing good because he just does a ton, an absolute ton damage, and he has some multi-hits. So some multi-hits with a boatload of damage, he's going to actually be pretty good if you can ever acquire him. As far as these guys go, I don't really see anybody but Cleo is going to be pretty decent because her default is attacking 2 times, and then she could do the heal, and then you could do this for the revive. So she's going to be pretty good. She's actually going to be one of probably top 10 in a little while. So she's going to be good because she has a default defense break, multi-hit, and heals. So she's going to be pretty good. Use her. He has potential to help speedrun because multi-hit, and just a ton of damage in general. Not a good default. Monkey King is useless here, so don't really worry about that. He's okay. Necro is useless. Already said Asura. Lucifer, he's okay, not great. Yeah, not even gonna bother there. But that's the basics of the units that could be good for this. This isn't the fastest team. I'm gonna have to trim things down, move them around. Honestly, I don't think the Cleo is gonna, or Succubus is gonna be my end unit. In all honesty, I, I really don't know what the final team is gonna look like. I just wanted to get a decent video out showing what this is, what to use and what not to use. There's a lot of issues, and I'm going to show you as soon as I get to the boss why you want to. Okay, there we go. This right here gains immunity to all negative status effects except for attack break, defense break, slow, HP lock, and reduces damage from skills that would deal a certain percentage of HP in damage to the Hydra by 70%. At the end of an attacking enemy's turn, counterattack and recover 20% HP taken in damage. Damage of counterattack is reduced by 50% for each additional hit taken when attacked. If no additional hits are taken, erase 1 negative status effect from Hydra. That bottom part is the biggest piece of this whole thing. If no additional hits, so if you don't do multi-hits on this guy, he erases a negative effect on himself. So if you don't hit him with a multi-hit skill, he just cleanses himself, self-cleanse, every single time. And it's really frustrating. Like, I absolutely despise that part of it. But that is what makes him so powerful. So the key to this is Holy Cleric is really good for this. She's gonna be very, very helpful. She gives everybody, she heals, she has a multi-hit. That is the biggest thing. She's gonna be your basic healing multi-hit damage. Or, well, not even damage, she's just gonna be there for healing. Just use her for healing, and as long as you have multi-hits, somewhat of a heal. I mean, like I said, you could try to use the Bone King for his drain effect. That could see potential use. And there you go. That was 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Like I said, this is going to be a completely mixed up team. I'm going to be switching it around a lot. This is just me getting a video out just to show you what kind of stuff, what to use, what not to use. In this dungeon, Berserk runes and counter runes are going to be king. Those are the runes you want to use 100%. Anything but Berserk is going to still work, but it's not going to be nearly as effective. So you want to do some, okay, there we go. I was worried they were gonna kill freaking the second Arcanist. That would suck. But the basic thing is use multi-hits, and if you don't do multi-hits, which is gonna be the harder route, you're just going to have to nuke the crap out of the boss. You're going to have to do a ton of damage very fast. Like very, very fast. Which is going to be difficult. So the end result is multi-hits. Try to debuff the boss as much as possible. HP break is probably the best debuff you can use against him. And attack break helps a lot as well. The HP break prevents him from continuing to do his heal. It's just going to speed up the run and stop him from, keeping up. I really don't like his basics, like just cleanse my team of buffs. Ugh. But it's not the worst dungeon in the world. It's just you need to build the right kinds of units, and in all honesty, it's going to be best if you do this after you've already been farming Leviathan. So as long as you farm Leviathan, you should be fine to get some basic Berserk runes and go for it. So this team seems to be a solid 130 to 145 time frame. So that's the basics, guys. I went over the units, the runes, all that kind of stuff. Please don't try this until you've already done Colossus and Leviathan and farmed for a while. Don't blame me and don't blame other people because it's difficult. This is supposed to be the hardest of the 3 dungeons. That's going to be the hardest of the 3. The easiest is going to be the Colossus. The second hardest is going to be the Leviathan. And the hardest, and the one you need to work, like just take your time and wait until you can actually do it, is going to be the Hydra. If you can't do it yet, don't think you're a bad player. It's not easy. I had to rune and move things around and build things just so I could try to do it. Don't take it wrong if you can't do it yet. Wait, farm, and then eventually get to it. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.